West. Whether or not you have heard of it before, I think it is a game worth checking out. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't be showing it, I guess. But if you're familiar with games like Commandos, to a lesser extent, I believe, and what was the name of that game that was really famous? I was thinking about it earlier. Hold on, I have it. I was practicing. Desperados, yes, Desperados. I'm not entirely sure, but it probably is more similar to Desperados. I remember playing Desperados when I was fairly young, but my recollection of event is of course hazy. That was quite a long time ago, right? Nevertheless, to make the long story short, let's go with the tutorial. We shouldn't have it. To make the long story short, it's a turn-based tactical combat shooter? Turn-based tactical combat game on a similar scale to XCOM, I would guess. I haven't played XCOM actually, but I think it's fairly similar. I don't recall if Commandos was actually turn-based or if it was continuous gameplay. But I don't recall. There we go, now we're up and ready. Okay, let's see. We're not using all of them, don't worry. But we're definitely using the Infinite Hell LAP ammo? I don't know, I don't think so. I have the opportunity, but I am turning them all on because I can read that painting. Okay, so as I mentioned, I don't recall if Commandos was turn-based or continuous gameplay. But this one is turn-based, so I would say it's like Fallout. Yes, I have played Fallout for pretty recently, so I remember it a little bit more. Yeah, it's slightly more similar to, say, Fallout. And we should definitely start this without the tutorial because I'm gonna get super stressed trying to read out what it is that says there, and I'm not entirely sure if it's all that necessary, though what is necessary is for us to get acquainted with the controllers, seeing as there are more than a handful of them, and they do very, very important things. The game is quite difficult to play by itself, as every other tactical. It's because they shoot that I keep thinking it's a tactical shooter, but a tactical shooter is like a first-person shooter at best. Okay, so I gotta remember that. Okay, let's see. I need to keep the camera center rather than moving the mouse. Otherwise, we're going to be facing some cinematographic scenes lost. But in there, the camera basically remains where the character is. Okay, so as I was saying, it's one of these tactical games where you need to always be taking cover, which is quite fastidious. So the way I play these games is especially because we are,
Nothing exciting ever happens in heaven anyway, right?
shooters, we are cowboys and whatnot, but we are the heroes, so we are indestructible. Yeah, you can take cover. Oh yeah, see, we're impervious to bullets. Oh, we're not that impervious to bullets, but we kind of are. So here, from our standing, we don't even need to take cover to shoot these low-life bandits. Just do this. Take that, bandit. And you aim onwards to the other one, and you say, take that, bandit. We don't need any cover, so we just stay here in the open, taking all the bullets that they think they can give us. There is absolutely nothing. We're basically like a RoboCop, but in the hard west, in the Wild West. Not even. I think RoboCop sometimes takes cover. So what do? Should we keep shooting from here? Or should we go for a more frontal assault? Well, for this first two, we're just going to stay here, impervious to bullets, just shooting them, and shooting the other one, like that, you low-life scum. This is my town, and I am the sheriff here. Like that. And after that we can just take one step forward. Yeah, like that, no fear, no troubles, no bullets harming us. It is of course not perhaps the best way to play the game, but we're just playing it this way because we are that way. Okay, let's see, there's like a barrage of bullets. I cannot read all of this, but I'm quite sure it was like a barrage of bullets that you could shoot, and it looked pretty nice. Let's see. No. It's like shoot, and reload. So we can reload this turn instead. So for those of you new to this, we are some person and someone took our wife, so we're basically father, we're controlling father, and mother was kidnapped, and we are going to save her from these low-life scums. We have absolutely no fear. We just come here and tell this low-life that they are not going to kidnap our wife. Right? That's why I like these cheats. It gives us the versatility and the openness to do as we please, rather than just be limited to what's normal in this gameplay, which is like to just take cover. Well, we shot the first one, so I think we can actually now take a little bit of cover, right? Not like we're going to be abusing the cheat all that much. Speaking of abusing the cheat all that much, I think there we go. We can deactivate it, take a couple of hits. Okay, so we're going to be shuffling between using it and turning it on and off again, right? Just to make things a little more exciting, but I ask the audience to give me just a couple of minutes as we get used to what we're trying to do here with the game, which is, as often, if you're familiar with our gameplay, something that is more similar to a cinematographic scenery rather than actual gameplay. Actually, you shouldn't be able to even move all this far. You are like very limited with the amount of movement that you have, just like in plain old Fallout fashion. Fallout, if you haven't played the first and the second one, it gets really difficult to move between turns and on and or to do movement and action at the same time, right? So we're just taking a little bit of creative liberty with this in order to prevent us from being actually soft locked. Look at our shadow there. Looks like a material for a Bon Jovi song. Uh-oh. Oh yeah? Well, we are not going to be scared out of our lamps like that, I'll tell you. You miss your chance, buckaroo. Oh, I can't deny that was a fairly awesome way of doing things, right? We like to keep our style on this. Alright, so, but don't worry, we still take cover from time to time. Otherwise the game is just impossible. If you don't use the sheets, it's not impossible, but you're definitely going to have to be taking cover like every single time. It's not like, oh yeah, I'm going to do these kind of things, you know. Now I'm facing them, but otherwise I will be needing like 1000 AP to be able to do this kind of movement. Anyways, let's just reload, because that's the kind of thing you do when you are in the western, in a western kind of film. Alright, so even though our blood's spilling, I think there's a way to take out that audio. Oh darn, look at where we are now. Okay, what do we do? Should we take the first stand? You know, this is like one of those standoff at midnight, at mid-noon. So what to do? Should we shoot first or wait? Let's just wait. We are that... I was hoping for them to shoot right there. Where do they take cover? Ooh, Shadowrun is another one we played fairly recently that is on the similar vein. It's very good. Uh-oh.
Cheat activated.
Alright, it is our turn, you know. Take that. And you take that. Dead.
Deactivated.
Ah, is that all you got? You know what? I don't even have to turn around. I can't move the mouse, but moving the camera alone is a little off-putting. I don't even have to turn around. I'll just shoot immediately, like there. Bam, you're dead. Uh-oh. Okay, you're not dead.
Cheat activated.
We're gonna die. I know we are, because at one point we're not going to be aware whether or not the cheat is on or off. And I know we're going to eventually end up dying, but that's okay. I don't mind dying. I enjoy having a bunch of freedom as we are already, and thus I don't mind if we actually wow, what a name. I don't mind if we actually dive from time to time, just as long as we don't die every 2 seconds. Alright, so you know what we're gonna do? I think we're running pretty nicely, but I just noticed we have the same problem that we always do regarding chat positioning and music positioning. So bear with me for just hopefully just a couple of seconds there. I know I read somewhere around here sound off. Well, this doesn't require such a tough call to be fixed. I believe we can just yeah, I think it kind of breaks the immersion to be hearing the shit activated and shit deactivated thingy. Maybe we should let's just leave it at that. I will press it from time to time, and it will be a surprise when we eventually die. I'm going to try to not cheat our way like last second. If we are to die, we are to die, but let's try to die further down the road so that we can get like cool looking western movie rolling here rather than you want to continue every couple of seconds, every less than a couple of minutes, because chances are that is what's going to happen. Even though I am not that unfamiliarized with the actual way that this game is intended to be played, in other words, taking cover every single time, I am not that fond of it. Therefore, I prefer to be a little more of a cheater and a little less of a an unimaginative player. Yes, am I getting into trouble with all the unimaginative players out there? I probably am. Okay, I think that may be a little too small. No, actually, I think that's exactly where we had it. Was it? Okay, we're not moving the camera. We're just moving we're not moving the mouse. Just moving the camera. I think the chat may be a little too big. Let's have it a little smaller, and we're getting better at this because I noticed we took like, how much was it? We took like 40 minutes yeah, we took around 40 minutes in last recollection, and we took about 10 to 15 and we took about 10 to 15 in dungeon rankers to do this, and we did it in like 2 minutes this time. I'm not sure if I think it may even have been done better. Okay, so as long as we don't move the mouse or anything, we should be alright. You never know, you can never be too sure about having your reloads reloaded. Well, this is as far as I know about this story. They kidnap mom and your dad, and you are going to save her, and I'm not sure if she's in that chest over there. I know I fell for the trap once, and I opened the chest thinking, oh, she's in there. No, you're just looting. I cannot understand a thing they are saying. But that's okay. I don't think that's the most important thing. Alright, so I will leave you with some music and some of the dialogues because they look like they're pretty cool and pretty nice, but I don't know that much. Hopefully you are enjoying. Welcome everybody to TALEX9 as usual. I am your host here presenting you originally live on twitch.tv. We are playing Hard West for our lovely audience tonight. Hopefully this is kind of your game, or that you get to find it enjoyable as we have. Definitely we hope to have a real nice show to play for you. Remember, we are trying to do a cinematographic kind of thing here, some sort of machineria. So forgive us if we are not perhaps the most abilitous players or the most efficient ones at it, but hopefully it's still good. So right now we will leave you with some of our music selection and some of the actual in-game dialogues. We probably will swap the volume in a while, but let's see how well it goes. I'm also not very good at reading these stories, so we may be as lost as we are while playing this. We'll talk in just a short while.
song's off our second record. It's called Enough Space.
of Florence, she was all I could think about. It wasn't just desire that she inspired in you. It was the way she saw the best of you, the way she made you feel.
It is. It is made by the temples to Odin that surround it. If we replace those temples with our own, the storm should fade.
Vous avez découvert l'impérialisme.
You're my hero!
2番。荷物が多いですね。一つ持ちましょうか。
すみません。お願いします。
1、暑いです。窓を開けます。暑いですね。窓を開けましょうか。
すみません。お願いします。
2、ちょっと寒いです。エアコンを消します。ちょっと寒いですね。エアコンを消しましょうか。
すみません。お願いします。
Okay, so the game is actually interesting. We got to play it a while back, a little bit more than where we are right now, and the game does actually have a pretty nice story, but don't expect like too much of new things yet. More or less, you're basically in a mining town, and you reach the first opening. Okay, so basically you are in a mining town and it's all very western. That's how you get the money, by going into mines, mining for gold and stuff like that. And those numbers that you see in green are the ones you can do, which are often like you mine on the surface. But the most expensive metals require a lot more money, which you get from mining even more. And then you start getting like, you mine using dynamite and stuff like that, until you basically deplete the mines. That's how far as we saw. There are a couple of other events and very nice things actually. I don't try to minimize any of them. We encounter, I remember right now, we encounter a native girl, a native woman who was startled by us. But we told them, I don't know what, because I can't read this printing, and then she apparently gave us some herbs or something like that. You can also go to the church, help the padre with something or stuff like that, give it money for the collection and to help against all the evil wrongdoers in the area who own all the places and stuff like that. You know, the usual Western things, nothing too out of the element, but it's still fairly good written, or very good written, very well written, and very interesting and fun to read. But we made somewhat of a mistake, because in order to read this printing, at the very least a little bit, you need to get like on a very high resolution, which we didn't, because we like to do things on lower resolutions. But doing a change right now will require for us to, or will mean that we will lose our recording thus far, although we're only at the first 35 minutes. I'm not sure if we should. Yeah, you know what, we're gonna do it, because the game actually does have pretty awesome writing, pretty cool stories, and we're missing out on them. Or I don't know, can this be read? I'm not sure. Maybe I can read it for the audience, but it's still very difficult to do. As you reach the first opening, you found a skeleton with its legs crushed under a boulder. I think I may be able to read most of it, even though I'm sounding really bad at it, but it is very difficult to read. So I'm going to be doing all the dubs, I guess, because otherwise I know this is fairly unreadable, and changing the resolution is still somewhat of a pain. We need to, as I mentioned, shut down the stream, so it's not that fun. I will try to read as much as possible, and hopefully we can still get to capture some of it, because as I mentioned, the story is pretty interesting. At least we didn't get out that far, but what little we managed to get on, we found to be really fun to and immersive, and proper of the genre and of the thingy of the game and stuff. But I'm not sure if we can better center this a little further more. Maybe we should, because it's like really tilted, isn't it? Okay, let's try to do that. Hopefully we don't break something badly. And as mentioned, we will be doing all the dub reading for all of our audiences here that have not ever played the game or found the transcript of it. I don't know. Scripting? I have no idea, but hopefully we don't do it as cringily as I think we are. As you reach the first opening, you found a skeleton. Oh, this is a collapse mine that we enter, and we went through some of the the starting area, and well, then after you venture on it, this is pretty fun. That's why I thought, oh man, I like what's going to happen, and thus I felt like reading the story was an integral part of the thing. You found a skeleton with its legs crushed under a boulder. You wonder if he bled out before he died of thirst. His shirt, though stained, was still intact and of very good quality. And the options are, you decided to go even deeper probably, or it was all too much. Something back to the surface. Let's go deeper then. The guest caravan? I doubt it is. Was cramped. No, I don't think we can do this. I think we're gonna have to go with oh crap! You know how difficult and fastidious it is to get all of this sorted out, all the things properly placed. Okay, we'll go back at it again. Okay, let's see. Let's change the resolution. Hopefully 800 by 600 is enough. Oh, what about the stream? We have to close the stream too. Oh no, that's why I didn't want to do it. Yeah, okay. Let's see how well we can sort it out. If we are able to see and it looks good and we can get things going, chances are we're going to go for it. But if we do all of this and it still looks fairly unreadable, oh no, don't tell me. We need to go through the first level again before we can actually see if the printing is legible. Yes, I think that's the way we have to go. And why didn't it just full screen it? Okay, can someone explain to me what is it with games nowadays? They make everything, every printing incredibly small. Everything is just about having 1,000 million resolution, which still doesn't make the what is written in games legible, readable. You are just there watching and everything's super small, and you may be able to read if you squint a lot. I don't get it. It's just so uncomfortable. And this is not the only game, like I mentioned. I have seen more than a handful of games already that basically just break it for me. I don't know. I don't see it. I don't understand why either. But I know something. It is definitely not fun, and it gets done more and more often. So what is it? What is it? Why? Can someone please tell me why? Who is liking that? Who is able to read this without a magnifying glass? I don't get it. People like to play games, but not read them or something. Not read anything in them, because it's not the first time that I have been even questioned about why we do zoom ins that thoroughly.
All your supplies were destroyed. Make it to work in town. Your father decided to stay put. Build a life right there. Many years passed, and you grew up. You became a man.
Okay, this is way more readable. Did our resolution get broken? It doesn't seem like it got broken. Although I may be on denial. For some reason the resolution seems okay. But is it okay? Okay, it's just trial and error, I guess. So this is fair. This is way more readable. So the two of you took over the ruined railroad company building and tried your hands at farming. I wonder if it can be read. Wow, it can't even be read on the stream. So I don't think I even have to dub this. But what I'm finding fairly more odd is that whenever I have changed resolutions, the stream usually needs to be restarted, otherwise it just doesn't fit on screen. But it doesn't seem to be the case at this particular instance. It worries me quite a lot, but it seems we're not going to have to resort to changing the stream itself. Although right now we're probably when we head onwards to do the video on demand backup, chances are we are going to have to skip throughout all the setup because it's although I'm not sure, because we did play a little bit of the intro, which was in a fun way, if you ask me. I thought we did like a pretty solid job there setting up our setup, setting up our Western mode there. And it would be a shame to lose that particular bit of gameplay, right, if you ask me. So I'm not sure if we lost like a lot of time, something that wouldn't be rewatchable. But like I mentioned, it would be quite a waste to miss out on the start of the stream, I would guess. I am uncertain at this point the moment, but if you get to miss out on a part of it, know the reasons why. If you get to miss out on a part of it on the video on demand, know that it was a harsh decision to take. Hopefully not, as I mentioned, because it definitely was a good fight. I found it to be a fun fight. So I hope we don't have to miss out on it. I don't think we took all that much time getting back to this, so even if you have to wait a little bit on the video on demand in order to get to the action, I don't think it's all that much of a game breaking thing. So the two of you took over the ruined railroad company building and tried your hands at farming. By the way, I just pressed F1, didn't I? Did we turn this off? No, it seems we didn't. Wow, this is all again broken, but let's see. I think I can more or less make sense of what it says. The soil was dry and the land was dangerous. You spent 10 long years scratching out an existence from the dirt. Now you were grown. You figured the two of you should try for Oregon again. This is what Mother would have wanted. Yes, Mother passed away. I think it can even be read on the stream, right? Well, about as much as I can read it. It's ever so difficult for me as it may be for you. But okay, I can read for a little while and then I'll be more than confident to let you continue reading the story by yourself. But for now, I think I'm having enough fun reading it. Gold! Who would have thought they'd find it here? And just when you needed cash for your journey. Time to strike it rich and get out of town before the outlaws and madmen showed up. They always do. After the fight, the masked men control all the gold mining. His henchmen sold you a license that let you run 9 prospecting operations. I'm not sure what prospecting is, but I'm going to assume it's like mining operations. Yeah, this is way better. I'm so glad we got our zooming done because actually our resolution changed done, but I'm still cautious about it. I think, well, there's nothing being missed out. Whatever I'm seeing is what is seen on the stream. I hope it is, because I remember that we did this for what was the name of the game again? Tree of Savior, and all the game was looking wonderful in my screen. Then I went to watch the video on demand, and like at the very least, like a 20% of it got clipped out of the screenshot. Ugly Ditch. Everyone said there was... Okay, can this be read? I think it can even be read better on the stream. Well, of course, it is a cell phone that I can get closer to my face. At least how I'm looking at it. Everyone said there was placer gold down in the ditch. Placer. But most of it was very deep under hard rock. Oh, I guess it is an expression used to say that there was gold, like, at plain sight. Okay, so the options are you... what? You what? Eluded the placer gold, costing you $15. You excavated the deeper gold, costing you $40. You mined the hard rock gold, costing you $100. You consider using unconventional extraction methods? That's it. Or you leave. Okay, so if you press 4 here, you need like more money. Or not. The unconventional methods were effective, but expensive. You first needed to obtain or rent the proper tools. Okay, I'm remembering now. That's why infinite gold is also an option. I don't know. I think we can start with the... I don't know. I'm not sure what to do here. Will we be breaking the story too much if we just infinite gold our way through all of this and just actually choose whichever we want? We got infinite gold in Last Recollection by mistake, but we didn't get to use it a lot. Nevertheless, when we finally reached a shop, it felt like not fun to use it. I don't know. Let's go, but I wasn't planning on using infinite gold on the last recollection. That's the only cheat I more or less regretted activating. But we are hoping to in the future be able to, if we do another last recollection walkthrough, change those kind of things. But I've been thinking what to do with the last recollection issue, since, well, we need to start all the way from the start if we want to do the money well done, right? Like without cheating and stuff. I will still cheat the one hit kills whenever the enemies start getting ridiculously difficult, especially in the starting areas, which is, I don't know, I guess I don't know why that even is, but okay, in order for you to go back into the levels or something, I'm not 100% sure. But the fact is that those bosses were kind of difficult. Some of them were obviously not intended for our level cap, but probably redoable in the future, I guess. Anyways, I think we're digressing quite a lot, but I'm also making some hardware changing here. One of our charging, the phone charger is kind of failing, so I can see our battery being drained out faster than it is charging. I'm not sure if it's the charger itself or if it is the cable that goes with the charger. So my apologies once again for delaying so much our stream. Hopefully we're about to go into it completely, and I'm not sure what's gonna happen with the video on demand. I don't like having all of those dead times, times without action, without game action, but it is necessary to organize stuff, I guess. Okay, so as mentioned, let's not use the sheets right now, but let's see what happens later. Excavation. You collected placer gold deposit by rinsing gravel and sand in a flat metal pan. I love this song by Elton John, Valhalla. Ugly Ditch. It sounds very fitting for what we're doing. Okay, so now that we got placer gold, I think you can excavate for deeper gold, but we're not going to because we are special like that, we just like we just like going against the tide or something. Then we go back into our home because we need to rest, right? I think it is important, and we can't go back. It is important in these kind of games to take some role-playing aspects. Otherwise, you're probably going to see, that's the meadow we went earlier. Otherwise, you're going to just go through it and finish it and say, "Oh, I played and finished it," and not come back to it. This game, every game. Neighbor's house. Let's go to the neighbor's house. Let's see what the neighbor says. It looked like the nearby farmhouse was inhabited. You pay them a visit, and they turn out to be kind people. You exchange pleasantries and the customary promises to help each other, to help one another. The customary promises. A bunch of hypocrisies. More importantly, you met Florence, their beautiful, kind-hearted daughter. Ooh. All you exchanged were a few glances, but you found yourself smitten. You have steak once a week? That's not a nice way to refer to our character in Florence. Oh, okay. You have a steak once a week, like oh, I get it. You go out and eat. You go out in a day to eat or something like that. Oh, my bad. Don't pay attention to me and my innuendos. Not interested in prospecting themselves, the neighbors tip you off about a couple of promising spots. What is prospecting? Not interested in prospect. Oh, okay. So if prospecting is then mining gold, they don't want to participate in gold mining, but they gave us tips about a couple of promising spots. Okay, understood.
When I first laid eyes on Florence, she was all I could think about. It wasn't just desire that she inspired me. It was the way she saw the best in you, the way she made you feel.
I'm not sure if all of that is being heard. The dialogues are pretty nice, so I think we should actually mute ourselves and leave it for the story to unfold. I am, as I was mentioning, I am quite confident at this point that... Oh crap, not this is it. I am pretty confident at this point that the game can be read, the dialogues can be read, and that the printing can be read, and that the dialogues can be understood. Okay, but nevertheless, I'm thinking we are most likely than not going to be clipping from here onwards instead. You know, it's more aesthetic. It looks better all around. Probably. Anyways, I'll leave you with some music and some of the game, and hopefully you are enjoying the show. You are tuned in to TALEX9. We're still practicing on that one. TALEX9. Hopefully you are enjoying. Originally broadcasted at twitch.tv. This next song that you're about to listen to is from Muse, and the game that we're playing is Heart West. Hopefully it is of your liking. We'll talk around in just a short while. Alright, so we reached the place we were in the last time, and I really want to read this because the story right now is really awesome. I don't know, I remember this place fondly, this collapse mine, because I think it's really well written, and what turn the events, the turn of events is very emotional, immersive. Okay, collapse mine. You had heard about this place. A rich mine that collapsed years ago on top of a bunch of miners, burying them alive. Their wives and children still decorate the entrance with flowers. It looked like you could squeeze in, maybe get some of the gold they found. It might not have been the smartest thing to do, but you got in. As you reached the first opening, you found a skeleton with his legs crushed under a boulder. You wonder if he bled out before he died of thirst. His shirt, though stained, was still intact and of very good quality. Either you decided to go even deeper, or it was all too much, and you headed back to the surface. But we are not going to cower out on this. We are going to go even deeper down the rabbit hole. The next cavern was cramped and full of stale air. You found a little gold, but still not much. Either you move onwards, wondering how far it was to the bottom, or you once again think it was all too much, and you head back to the surface. There is no turning back from this. So let's move onwards, wondering how far it was to the bottom. Wounded and weary, you eventually reach the end of the farthest tunnel, and there, inside, a massive stash of gold. The air must have poisoned you, because as you went to pick it up, you hallucinated a tall man in a suit, smiling and smoking. As you turned to leave, he said, "Just so we're clear, that's mine. You can borrow it for a while." It was all too much. You headed back to the surface. As you inch your way back to the sunlight, you hear a low rumbling all around you. You heard hands, trembling, heavy drops of metal rolling down your face. You heard it, hands trembling, heavy drops of sweat rolling down your face. I don't even know what I just read, but it also didn't sound bad, but this made more sense. You had just emerged, blinking into the sunlight, when the mine collapsed behind you, but now we're rich. Although we have a debt to the devil, it seems. See, I told you the story was pretty nice, pretty cool. I don't know, I enjoyed it. I felt it was worth reading through it again and reading it out loud. So hopefully you have liked my interpretation of it, because I really think this deserves quite a good way to be told, because it is a good story. I don't know, I enjoy it. Anyways, remember, we're playing a little bit role playing, like we like to believe the tale ourselves. So that's why we're sometimes headed back home, headed to Florence house, headed to the church. You know, we're living the life. Don't worry, combat is just around the corner as far as my memory goes, and it's bound to be spectacular combat. So stay tuned, because you are watching Hard West on TALEX9, stream first on Twitch.tv, original stream on Twitch.tv. You are now listening to Mike Shiver on the Surface, Alex MORPH remix. Hopefully you are enjoying, and we'll talk back in just a short moment.
He's a wandering teacher, a holy man.
Die, thou damned beast. God hath spat thee out of heaven in ancient times, and now I scourge thee from the earth. Die, and burn far from the sight of God.
Somebody's outside. Somebody's knocking at the door. There's a black car parked at the side of the road. Don't go to the door. Don't go to the door.
This we just cannot read, right? The deal. The Mexican said he'd help you if you split your gold money with him. He left you a bunch of guns, some empty medicines, and a promise to send a vaquero to help out. Yeah, we were actually seeing, my mother and I were actually seeing this the movie last night. What's the word? What was the name? Jesse James, the story of Jesse James, and it was pretty fun. So we are definitely what's the word? Inspired, motivated to act all the Western out. The Crossroads. I like the story too. The game is really well done. I actually like all the stories and stuff. I've never been that much of a Western junkie or knowledgeable person, so I don't know much about it, but I have enjoyed what I have been reading and hearing from this game. So I that's why I'm enjoying reading it back, even though we played this and we lost on the first battle, which is what led me to find the trainer to get the invincibility. Therefore we can actually act out the fights a little more fun too. The cross, and that's about as much as we played, so don't worry, we don't know the whole game. We're as of there, we're also going to be finding out as well as the audience. The Crossroads. Some folks say that just before sunrise there was an electric feeling out on the packed air of the crossroads, the kind that makes your hair stand on end and sends shivers down your spine. Some swore they met a man there, well dressed and well spoken, who offered them a tempting deal. He could make you powerful in return for a piece of yourself. Either you take the deal or you decline the man's offer. Well, you know what? Our soul is not for sale. We decline the main offer. The man smiled, tips his hat, then turned on his heel and left the crossroads. After a few steps, he had disappeared, though the night was crisp and clear. That's why we lost the fight. There was another one. There was like a blind man who can see more than something like that. I don't know. It was over the top writing, but it's still fun. You know, if you like this kind of thing, you are probably enjoying as well as we are. Trade outpost, prospectors camp. Okay, if we go to the homestead, there's a shootout. But I definitely want to see the blind men walking or something like that. Could it be in the orchard? Well, you know what, let's leave it for a surprise. We're probably going to find something after the battle anyway, so we're not bound to die this time. Let's go to the trade outpost before we go into the battle. The proprietor was eager to exchange goods with you. Let's see, nah, let's leave. Let's not change anything right now. We just need to find, we came here with the Mexican and the Vaquero, so let's go into the homestead for the Fido. Your family homestead. The bandits were coming. Yeah, that's about as much as I could read it. The bandits were coming. It was the hour of reckoning. You took up defensive positions. It's weird that there isn't a save function. We went around trying to find how to save the game, but we found nothing. Oh, we can't see a thing here. Details. Collect cards into poker hands for added bonuses. Alright, we have absolutely none of those. Bloodstained shirt. Sturdy shoes. Relic. A skull. Priceless relics have a soothing effect on all witnessing their what? Mindless destruction? On all witnessing their mindless destruction. Oh, okay. Grants healing over time to allies in radius. Oh, okay. Interesting. We were completely unable to read this because last time I think we also played 640 times 480 and this is very difficult to read. Open card screen. Proceed to combat. Let's see the card screen, but I don't think there's anything for us here. Yeah, there we are. Father. I think we actually don't participate in the fight. This is the Warren. Warren is a Vaquero, I guess. And Cheech, which is likely to be Mexican and the Vaquero. What are these? What is this? Can we give something to anybody? I don't know. Doesn't look like it. Confusing systems all around. Doesn't look like we have anything to give anybody, but do we actually need to? We have unlimited health, so I don't think we. Oh, we just gave someone some. We can. Oh, okay, we gave something to someone. The what? The 3 of spiders. 10 of spades. 10 of spades. Ability. Who knows what? Something about luck. What is that drawing? I don't understand that drawing, but it looks quite unsettling. This one we can't choose for reasons. Okay, whatever. Let's just go into the fight because this is complicated and probably unnecessary. Although, do we choose this or is it already there? I'm not sure. Okay. We have a 6-shooter. We have a maybe gun. Okay, and what is this? A shotgun? Okay. Okay, here they are. What does this one have? Maybe the 6-shooter? Okay, you probably don't need all that much. But have a... what is this? A saw barrel? Yeah, keep it at that. Keep it at that. Let's go single gun blaze in there. Yeah, let's go with a single gun. Let's not use all of our things. Let's leave something for later. Do we have anything else? Like a grenade? Seems we have stuff here. The relic. Okay, so you can have the relic laser. Oh, understood. For healing properties, which are fairly unnecessary for us. Okay, bloodstained shirt. For the vaquero, Warren, the vaquero bloodstained, and the sturdy shoes for the Mexican, because that's how they usually go, right? And those kind of things. What is this? Cash? It says cash, right? Yes, those are gold coins, I think. This doesn't get equipped as thought. Okay, understood. Fairly logical, but well, you know, first time you are a little lost, and in the second time, especially after losing, still you may still find yourself a little lost. Okay, but I think it's more logical now. It feels more logical now. Okay, I know everybody is super excited to start, but I'm going to take just a couple of seconds to leave, and we'll be back in before you even notice, so don't worry. Don't worry, we are going to be headed into the wonderful world of Western shootouts. What the heck is moving my mouse so much? Oh my gosh, how exasperating. You get the thing in the place and then we turn around and it just jumps like crazy. Alright, so we'll be back in just a couple of seconds. We'll leave you with some music, quote unquote. That is kind of weird, but it's good. So we'll come back in just a short moment. Hopefully you're enjoying. As usual, as we were mentioning, this is Hardwest on TALEX9. Stream first. You're watching it first here on Twitch.tv. Originally stream rather than you're watching it first, because you may watch it eventually elsewhere, but originally stream on Twitch.tv. This is TALEX9 and you're watching Hardwest. Hopefully you're enjoying.
นี่เป็นเงื่อนไขของเราท่านจะยอมรับหรือจะยอมตาย